you're not going to Venice in the next 10 minutes? No?
Again?
No, these fuckers are going to Thailand.
Oh no, one time we
I'm
did.
gonna be the responsible one this time.
Yeah, we can fast forward
sessions.
Let's go.
I just wanna take a short rest and spend some time with the diamonds.
Okay, Steve. Okay, so for you, Nico, you guys are all sort of take some time. You sort of mill around, sort of look at things, sort of go around. The caravan that came in the morning are sort of browsing the wares, but it is mostly it's mostly just like mundane tools and things. You see a number of farmers sort of head over, and then there's exchange of goods and things. And the merchants seem unimpressed. You start training your crossbow gunner. Slevin, you start imagining how you're going to kill things tonight.
Yeah.
Can we do this? Yeah.
Yeah, you take short rest. Does it come like a short rest because I lost the HP as well?
Yeah. If you guys want to do dice, you can do that. In your short rest.
One just to get my last bit of HP up.
Technically, you could long rest.
Short rest.
Yeah.
But you just did long rest, so
Yeah.
it would be.
Can I put some reading in it, like maybe as well?
You can do reading, yeah.
Yeah, for like how many hours? Like,
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving?
Sorry.
Yeah.
And
on full health again.
From reading for 8 hours yesterday, your eyes are sort of tired.
16.
16. Yeah, you can sort of read for as long as you want here. You sort of hunker down and read.
Okay, so like...
You get like another 8 hours in if you just want to spend the day reading. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm almost there.
Yeah. Cool.
For you, Nico, you sort of look at the diamond. The diamond, you are experienced in gem cutting. It's what your dad taught you as you guys were sort of growing up, sort of roaming the Southlands. You immediately recognize the complexity of the cutting inside in here is immense. You sit with the gem for a long time. Make a jewelry check. So that would be trying to learn. It would be intelligence. So normally it'd be dexterity to try and cut the gem properly, but for this it's going to be your intelligence using your proficiency. Here's a proficient in jewelry tools.
Is there any inks that I'm proficient in?
So what's your intelligence?
It's +1.
+1. So you'd have a +4 on the check.
Dirty 20.
20.
Good shit.
You start examining this gem, and the way the gem is cut is extraordinary. And it's not just the way it catches the light and refracts it and makes all these sort of nice colors. There seems to be some sort of, it is a beautiful gem, but it seems to be a secondary purpose of the cutting here. And you remember, so the first thing you get is you're trying to sort of figure out how this is made, and there's certain grooves in the cutting that you don't understand. You're like, why is this here? And because you rolled a 20, spending 2 hours with this, you immediately know you would have to take time with your dad to learn how to do this. He is a master of his craft, and this is not a skill that you pick up by examining what he's doing. Just it is so unbelievably complex what he's created here. You feel almost admiration for your father.
I think I got it.
Not really.
You got it already, but like in the way that you revere your grandfather, you sort of that sort of comes up with you when, and it's unexpected. You're almost like, oh, Dad's really good at this, and then you sort of catch yourself being like, oh, that's weird. But then you sort of focus back in on the gem, and you start to think about the purpose of the way this is, and you with your arcane background, you can open your psyche up to the weave, as many people as almost any people who are magically inclined can, to sort of sense other types of magic around you, roughly. And it's not until you do that you sense sort of how this gem connects with the weave that you really, and you're not even sure how Eugene did this. The way the weave sort of touches this gem, and it is an object, so it's made of the weave itself. It almost as if the sort of the threads of the lattice of nature.
You said it, not me.
God damn.
Lattice, Lattice.
Nice.
Fold in towards the gem, but also almost like the light in the material sense, like refract off of it and sort of fold and refold again until it's hard to describe, but it's like perfection. It's like it's pure perfection. You can't really make sense of what you're seeing, but you know that it is right and it makes sense and it's indescribable in that way. And then as you sort of come out of the magical sense, you sort of get a new appreciation for the cutting. Not only is it a beautiful cutting of a gem and it brings out the facets nicely, it also connects it with the weave in a way that is nothing like you've ever seen before.
And then I just think about maybe the old fucker is tired like everyone else, and
he's still doing something like that, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It looked like the perfect boob.
Oh, stop.
Look at it, you don't want to make sense of it, but you just...
Oh yeah, it just fits into it.
The perfect boob.
Oh, fuck it.
So,
That's it,
gonna have some daddy,
I didn't know what to
daddy
interrupt.
son, brother, or bonding time.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. With a 20, you quickly realize that this is something that he would have to teach you specifically in the craft.
As autistic it seems and monomaniac it seems on this thing, like maybe that's the only way to bond with him is through this kind of craft.
Yeah.
Like this is the only thing he can
Well, we've got
relate to, you know.
another diamond he's cutting at the moment. We should
Oh,
take a
yeah.
look. I've got an investment that I look after too. Yours.
Like did your dad teach you what you knew already, what you
Yeah,
already know?
yeah.
He did. Like.
Yeah, he did.
And was it good memory to learn from him? Was it good memory to learn from him?
Kind of, that was our only memory.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's nice to make new
terrible.
memories every now and again.
Yeah.
If you have the time. I know he's around, he'll be here for a lot longer than we will, but
Kind of.
We're going morbid here or what? Like,
Can you imagine what would be his reaction if you become as good as he is? If you become as good as he is, what will be his reaction?
Just turn off.
I don't think that's possible, but
My track?
we'll see. And that's the other thing, the reason I want to adventure.
Oh, I think the memory card is full.
that's full.
I don't have
How?
200 years to sit by the desk like him. I'm gonna be dead by
It's
then.
fine. That's the
That's
camera that we
why
don't
I
necessarily need.
Ah, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
For the combat, yeah, but yeah.
I'm just
Immortality.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
We have
Talk about
a
that.
fifth memory card, don't we?
It's just back to
I
front.
don't know how big that is though.
Sure is.
Is it black?
Big and black.
Massive.
Wow.
Okay,
Anyway.
so cool. Short rest down.
So, we're gonna take a look
But before
see how he's doing.
Yeah, I think
I want to burn stuff down.
I think only 2 hours passed, right?
Yeah.
Can I go over that?
Cool.
I'll walk over with him just to give him some moral support.
Cool.
I have daddy issues too, I know.
So you need this.
You're proficient.
Yeah, I
You need
I give you an advantage on that age.
You got an advantage and an advantage.
How do you really feel?
Yeah, expertise on daddy issues.
See this one? That was him.
Fine. You know what? I would be happy if you come with me.
Be my pleasure.
Alright. Then okay.
I'll put my arm over his shoulder.
Go and hug a tree.
You know what? I fucking will.
They were nicer to me anyway.
They're the OGs. They understand.
So you guys head towards the center of town and sort of head towards Eugene's workshop. You go in, you start to see the mundane Spartan sort of interior with sort of the seating area, the desk, and you see, as expected, Eugene sort of in his work apron, calmly, methodically, in this bright lit, crystal lit space, working on a diamond. As you sort of enter, there is no bell that announces you are entering. There is no squeak of a rusty hinge. The door simply unlatches and opens and sort of allows you into the space. And you hear,
Hey there.
hello Nico.
Hey, sorry to bother. I just saw what you did, and I don't have words.
It is good, Nico. It is work. This is what we do.
Will you mind if I join you for this one?
To watch. You want to watch?
And learn, if you would have me.
You can watch, Nico. I don't know how much you can learn, though. It's quite a taxing, and you hear that experience. And this one has already started.
I think I will try it anyway, if you don't mind.
No, there is no worries.
I think I'm gonna, just if there is a spare apron, just put it on, just lay out my own tools the same neat way that his, the way he taught me, and if I can, do some like apprentice work to help him to, if he needs to, some clean tools and those kind of shit, just to help him do it.
Hanzo, you sort of watch all this happen.
And without any speaking or anything.
So beautiful!
I'll be outside for a moment.
Someone fucking up someone!
So many trees around here.
There is an area between his workbench and the sort of the desk, the front desk, that you would have used when he was teaching you when you were small. Oh, actually no, because he would have taught you on the road. So there is this area that is there, though you have never worked with it personally. You pull over, you find a chair that is just there. You pull it over, and there are spare tools that you can sort of like take and use. And you're expecting your father to like sort of, as he had done in the past when teaching you, he would sort of ask you for this and that. But strangely, there's sort of no interaction from Eugene. He sort of, as you sort of sit down and set up and you put the apron on, he doesn't sort of react to what you're doing, as he sort of seems still focused on this sort of crystal, his sort of goggles down, and he sort of has this very metallic sort of implement with rough sort of grains on it, and you see, it makes sense when you think about it, but you see he has a lot of tools here, multiple copies of the same tool. And you sort of think about it from when you're like, oh, because he's doing diamond, he would be breaking tools constantly as he's doing this. And you see sort of on his side a discard pile of tools. And that's sort of why this is such an expensive process, because he's breaking expensive tools over and over again to try and make this. And he seems sort of there. And you sort of sit down and you have this anticipation in you. And then like a familiarity kind of kicks in of you sort of watching your father do this in the past, whether begrudgingly or with interest. As you sort of hear the familiar. Very, very delicate sort of cuttings here. And it's when you hear it, he sort of calmly places the tool in the discard pile, picks up another tool, and he sort of notices you for the first time. And then he sort of like, he goes to a sort of a ledge over the workspace. You see his two crystals illuminating the space, and over it is this sort of shelf. He sort of goes into a bag, and takes out like, it almost looks like an emerald crystal. And then he sort of looks up again, and he sort of stands and like takes down all of these like clamping kind of stuff, and he sets it up in front of you while you're sitting there. And he says, I can show you, I think without looking at you, he sort of says, I can show you, Nico, and he sort of sets it up and places the emerald into it. I can show you, Nico, as he sits down, how to do these cuttings and explain it when I start the next, and then he looks at you. So when I start the next diamond, for now, a bit of practice never hurts. And if you wish to observe and copy the cutting, this might help.
That sounds perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just staying there, practicing with him. And my first thought was when I saw the broken tools that fuck, I can just mend it. But then I just stopped myself. I think Dad would be fucking angry about it. So I would just rather if I see it's broken, I will just take care of it, dispose it, get a new one, and just do some smaller helps.
You sort of set into this this sort of routine, and Hanzo, I don't know how long you're standing out there, but they're in there all evening.
Damn.
And be very tall.
Give me another.
He just dehydrated to get another headache from crying his eyes out the entire.
I want to hug a tree.
I mean, I was thinking about doing other shit, but I'm not sure if it's the right time to think about meditation and shit. Maybe I'll check with those days. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it another time. I want to get T-Bow's medicine first before I try anything crazy.
T-Bow's medicine?
By getting high.
No,
Gunner's medicine.
Gunners, yeah.
Who's T-Bow?
Yeah, he's got a new black wind.
He's a French cuisine of the North, and it's like,
One of the best
not
chefs
to
in the
joke
land.
around.
They started from the bottle with frogs, dude. Now we're here.
As you're watching your father making some of these cuts, again, some of them don't make sense. You're like, he's actually sort of ruining the cut of the gem in some of these cuts that he's doing. But he's sort of, you see him, he's hyper focused on sort of what he's doing, and he's extremely gentle with the cuts he's making. Again, without sort of maybe explanation or time to try to figure out what this is, it's hard to figure out what he's doing here. But at the end, towards the end of the gem, when it starts to look similar to what you realize that it's actually getting quite light, and that it is the sun is setting outside of the store.
And
I'm staring
High time, bro.
Your father has only gotten up twice to sort of feed himself and then get tea over the span of the 8 hours that you've been here.
right. I think at that point I just stand. Is the gem done?
You ask your father?
Yeah.
There are a few more cuts that need to be made. It is close to completion.
Alright. Tomorrow I can come by early, and can we do the other one from
Of course,
So-
Nico.
Thank you so much. Now I have some work to do. But see you in the morning, I guess.
See you in the morning.
Sleep tight. And I just kind of do like a respectful bow and just walk out.
I'll step in.
Yeah.
Eugene, my man.
Really is that time.
It's not until you leave the workshop that you got the,
Oh.
and you realize you've sort of been sort of tense, like slightly tense the whole time. But then you sort of get out and sort of Hanzo looks at you.
That was pretty nice to see, actually.
Oh, it wasn't that bad than I thought. So thanks for
You
coming.
do seem to have a bond, you know.
We have. It's just a weird one. So
That is the way it goes sometimes. But,
I guess. But I guess you can tell me more about that.
No, I'm an open book. Nearly was. But, there was, you know, those. You cleaned up all those tools. You know.
Yeah.
How come you threw them all away? But what can you do? They're pretty good tools, right?
Yeah. I could, just mend it, but it would be disrespectful in my father's eyes, like using magic and
It's like
not
that.
your hands. Yeah. He thinks it's like a shortcut.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. We never talked about it.
I mean, they must be expensive, though, right?
Yeah, but it's a good thing.
I mean, if you're not using them, I could. Sort something out. Really?
Tomorrow we can.
Find them, mend them, and sell them back to the dad.
They are not this.
Tomorrow we're
Hey,
gonna be there.
business. Yeah.
After we finish, maybe I can
Hanzo
just
outside in the trash.
take care of your
Trash bags.
I mean, I'll pay under rate for it if you want.
No, I mean we can share it then.
Look, there's just profit to be made is all.
That's
doesn't have to be
a good
to your
shout.
sister.
That's a good shout. That's nothing else.
As you guys walk
Yeah.
back,
We'll walk them back.
you guys are all at camp, yeah?
I stayed at the camp to read.
Yeah, sure.
You guys see as the sun begins to set, shifting from Baelan's camp. They have been there all day. You sort of have seen sort of
volleyball together.
Amir and
It is on.
topless volleyball, yeah.
For the morning, Lord!
Fuck you, Marla, we beat you! Rudy is like flying above Smite you with a beach ball.
As the sun begins to set, there's more activity sort of starts to get geared together and things like this. Amir sort of as you guys start arriving at camp, and Amir sort of hails over to you guys. And Amir sort of puts up a hand.
Sup?
Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Do I see my grandpa around?
You see as you sort of rock up a camp, hanging out with these guys, Darren the Featherstorm. Darren the Featherstorm. Has been with you guys for like an hour, sort of discussing things, kind of chilling back, sitting back, chatting away. He's fun.
He's great at volleyball.
Yeah, it's all the oil.
He was
on
our
his
ace.
chest. Yeah. You sort of Nico. Yeah, we are ready.
And I just smiling. So
You seem happy.
yeah, I was with Dad all day. It's weird, but it was good.
Sort of gives a strange look and then sort of thing. Doesn't say anything about it. The Amir says, when you're ready, Ben would like to speak strategy.
Oh yeah, I think.
Strategy. We got the man for that over here.
First.
We got a special word and everything.
Yeah, I think we are
Yeah, we already.
ready for it.
Yeah.
You guys are friends.
I'll just take a look at both after just watching Nico all day and just see the comparisons between both Eugene and Darlin and be like,
I think we are very loose
I see.
with each other. You know, like just banter and
yeah,
just
chill.
Yeah.
Made you the man you were, huh?
Sherry Springer over here, like,
I know,
watching
right?
the whole thing from the side.
How does that make you feel?
Baelan and Amir sort of invite you to sort of their sort of camp. And Baelan has his full plate on, and Amir is sort of armored and equipped as well. With his sort of his grimoire by his side. He sort of says, Lord Inquisitor Baelan shall now discuss strategy with the group. As Baelan sort of says, sort of sitting there. Welcome. I hope your preparations have been just.
Yeah.
Always.
It's beeping again.
It's beeping, man. Huh? Too warm.
Is that full? No, just a warning. I don't know.
Me and my warriors have been preparing all day. Amir has been back to the site and has found maybe something that may help. Amir sort of says, due to the nature of the ritual circle, I believe some powerful arcana may be in check. For that reason, myself and Baelan have discussed, we think it best to leave the normal soldiery to maintain perimeter around the area, and we shall be taking the brunt of the assault on ourselves. Both myself, the Lord Inquisitor Baelan, your party, shall be facing the enemy head first, at whatever machinations they intend. The strategy will be to watch to see what sort of incantation is unfurling, and then to strike when the enemy is most vulnerable. Baelan will give the signal, and we shall meet the enemy, the heretics,
Here we go again.
with steel and faith.
Are we
Rushing
trying
the
to
beach,
surround
saving Private Ryan.
the area,
Yeah.
or
Shield.
Or is it more likely just a rush down?
Baelan says, the objective will be to slay every heretic in sight. We have reason to believe there are undead in the area. Anything that is not a just follower of the Morning Lord shall fall this day.
Oh, my back! Oh, fuck! No, you better go back! Oh,
Are we
this is
surrounding
awkward.
the area? Where are we taking position?
We should be approaching from the west. We have no idea what direction the forces of evil may be approaching from. However, we shall just have to see what our fate meets us.
So we stick together and we go all
Yeah,
in.
just wing it.
Yeah.
We stick together,
That's kind of
This
ridiculous.
works. Yeah.
ensure that all remain faithful, and all shall be well.
We have magic that can help with us being silent. Not noticed.
I can help on getting ourselves hidden.
Of course, any tools that we can use to remain obfuscated from the foe before engaging may be helpful. If we can get an advantageous position before commencing our assault, then our victory is assured.
I have just a suggestion. Maybe we don't slay everyone. We need to integrate after some people are there.
Pardon, Sullivan?
Like, we don't know if...
Question them.
Wait, to question
I
them.
think what he means is that we need to
That's
maybe
pretty
get
heresy.
maybe
Are you suggesting? Are you suggesting sparing enemies of the Morning Lord?
No, sparing.
Just one
You will
temporary,
do whatever you want to them after, but maybe we have some question.
a temporary
We
reprieve till we
kill most of
unspare
them. We kill most of them, but maybe keep alive one or two lads.
Emir
It's
sort of
like a
says.
fly in a fly swatter.
Emir sort of says, should any individuals appear unexpectedly, such as individuals of high rapport within Neverwinter's society, traitors to the faith, then they shall be apprehended and arrested forthwith. Any undead creatures.
There we go.
Any
Oh,
undead
yeah,
creatures
undead,
you
Oh, fuck.
Not literally. Not literally.
Fuck the undead, yeah.
We're not doing that again.
should be slain with fire and fury.
I have fire now.
I agree.
Oh god.
Every a few weeks.
Fire fury.
I'm fire! I'm fury!
You just see you run into the middle of everyone like, ah! And then there's like loads of monsters looking at you like, oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Cool.
Let's go.
That's all.
Lego.
Then we shall proceed towards the forests.
Yeah, let's go.
Forest is gone after what you did just.
When we reach the perimeter, where the soldier will leave us, I'm gonna start cast
Well,
Pass Without Trace on the
how long does that last for though?
it lasts for 1 hour.
Are you frontline? Is
We
Will
got
you
sun
be
down,
front
so
line?
Yeah, should be fine.
Oh, I'm not sure yet.
Fine.
I can be.
can be whatever you want me
What do you
to.
mean?
I will leave the front line.
You've got all the front line you need right here,
I see
right?
Baelan.
Okay. So
I think our group is gonna be the front line, so we are gonna be the mid shields.
Baelan is not is casting spell?
He's a big boy, yeah.
I think he looks like a paladin, so.
So he's gonna be...
Tough armor.
I can't wait for his signal.
He's like,
Oh, you never know. You never know.
I have Judge Baelan stat block and all.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Because yeah, what kind of weapon does he carry on his
He's a
side?
great sword.
He has a great sword.
of course, the beheader.
He sort of, as he's getting up from the log, he brings this great metallic greatsword that has been lying by his side. Lifts it. It looks heavy and sort of wraps it around.
Yeah, because it's a 2-hand sword,
Yeah.
like a big,
Berserk shit.
like yeah, the dragon.
barely
trigger.
call it a sword.
I'm Judge Baelan, but I don't have a mirror. You guys start heading towards the forest with Derlin Featherstorm and the Antarctic soldiers in tow. Pass out trace.
Oh yeah.
So
That's everybody in 30 feet.
it is
No.
certainly.
I can put it on the
No.
soldiers as well. It's everybody.
No, it's everybody in 30 feet.
Is it everybody?
It's everybody.
I believe it's 10 creatures.
Yeah.
Not according to the. What's
Is
it,
that a legacy one or the?
Check it, because
I
I don't know if I've
Pass
prepared
Without
actually.
Trace.
It's everybody.
No. Where do you see it? 3 rules, PG 33. 3 rules. You radiate
Oh,
a concealing
the
30 foot
legacy
emanation
one.
of the area with your roll.
You and each creature you choose.
Yeah, you and each creature.
Doesn't seem
Yeah,
very
yeah.
But
That's the legacy.
Like
I can do a full army.
Yeah, we can do like 100 people. If they can fit into 30
Gather
30 feet
around me.
square.
Let's have a group fight.
It's 30 feet of you.
It's
so
any
30
creature, but they must
Yeah,
remain
it's 30
within the
feet.
aura to maintain the benefits of the
radius.
stuff.
Oh, okay. So you have to stay close.
They have to
Do it
stay.
anyway.
Wait, that's not in the thing.
So
though.
yeah, not the
Yeah,
not
radius
the
60 foot
soldiers.
diameter
When you cast it.
when you cast a spell.
No,
When you
radius,
cast,
Oh,
In a 30-foot emanation.
radius from you.
oh, with range as a
Asking you and your
invisibility
companions.
potion again.
No, I want to keep that if we have to escape from Baelan.
It's each creature within your range of 30 foot.
Yeah, okay, so from you 30 foot all around.
Yeah,
And the diameter.
yeah,
As a-
yeah.
He's a lifesaver. I'm the big attraction.
My favorite is the apple one.
Apple pie?
Yeah.
Warm apple pie.
Okay, so I'm casting it. No, it's
Yeah.
Okay. Pass without trace.
I think I'm gonna be front line on the front. I just wanna.
Front line.
Yeah, I just wanna look cool.
Me too.
With
Okay.
my then,
Fucking cool.
awesome.
Here, grandpa.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just wanna be
yeah.
like, you know.
Oh, that was your range. I was killing
Actually, where is your grandpa standing? He's staying on the back.
Not me. Is it? Oh, you mean your actual
That's
grandpa,
eight.
not me?
Yeah.
This increases your hit point maximum.
But it says
That's better.
each target's hit point
That's
maximum
Yeah.
and current hit points
Yes.
increased by 4. So
Yes.
if they have less
Yes.
health, then that also increases.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the strongest spells in the game, by the way.
What one is it?
Nothing.
Rare figure?
Heresy.
So as
I believe it takes 10 minutes to cast.
no, it's an action.
An action is up.
So I'll cat. It's only 3. It's only 3 people.
Less?
Shit. So Rudius, you always die.
For what?
Hanzo, and then you as well. If you are you taking point now? Front. Okay.
Yeah. And I can heal too.
So the 3 of you get extra 10 hit points.
10 hit.
Like 10 hit
Yeah,
points.
like
10 or extra 5?
I'm gonna cast on 3rd level, so 10, and that's increases your maximum hit points.
Oh,
so
fuck.
So you can heal them.
So your hit
Yeah,
point
so
max is
every-
increased by 10 and you heal 10 hit points.
Shit.
That's crazy.
Aid.
Alright.
So it's a max modifier.
So your maximum hit points get improved by 10.
Max HP modifier, right?
Yeah.
No,
This is the only spell in the game that improves your max HP. So
sorry,
stacks,
boys. Next time it's you guys.
stacks of temp HP.
Well, like,
how long does that
I'm
last?
always at the back myself. So.
Forever.
Yeah, that's why.
Forever.
It's,
Your next
yeah,
long
but-
rest.
And he has the range.
Yeah, that's why I was like, fuck.
Yeah, rage.
Cast it every day.
Yeah. Fuck though. I mean,
1,000 HP in a fucking year.
wow.
Sure it has.
Oh, I fucking
Shit,
need
that's good.
that one.
That's a nice one for me now.
Oh my fucking
Thank you,
God.
Tom.
I feel like I did 20 years ago. This is brutal.
What was that one called?
8.
8.
It's the most broken one in Baldur's Gate as well.
It's that like rise before you burn out completely. Like,
That's a long rest.
I have AIDS. Oh, helpers.
That's until 11.
8 hours. Less.
8 hours.
Yeah. I mean, in D&D, let's
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Fuck that
Wow.
shit up, man.
Wowzers.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, just Dave added an extra attack to whatever enemy's coming at us.
I'm just doing a mere step.
This is coming back.
You guys start heading to the forest as the sun begins to set. The sort of the forest creatures begin to sort of come out, and you guys take a more silent approach. Make stealth checks as you guys are creeping through the forest.
Stealthy sex.
We have bonus on that.
Yeah, plus 10 from my spell.
You fucking noob.
Oh, not one.
That's so found.
Oh fuck!
What?
Net 20.
Oh!
Doesn't matter.
I didn't.
I think it's a group.
Not 20! Oh, baby!
What?
2 net 20s.
I didn't not one.
No way!
Well, that's us doing it.
I only got 29, guys. Only 29.
That's insane. I've never seen 3 nat 20s in a row.
Even with not one, the total will be 13.
My stealth
so,
is
14 actually.
I think
plus 11. It's 31.
So you
baby.
add 10 to that and your modifier.
Yeah, so it's not one.
41.
10, so
41.
14.
Yeah. Oh my
You disappear to another plane of existence.
Yeah, sorry, I'll see.
And never come back.
My name's now Zohan.
Baelan is just like, where are they?
Oh my god. I've never seen that shit before.
You could have kept that roll at the combat.
Yeah.
But it's a...
But now I get my sneak attack like fucking Mew, you know?
Mewtwo.
If I had an assassin, assassinate now.
Assassin.
So, 42,
41, yeah.
41, 36. 36.
36,
31.
31,
14.
14.
16.
29.
A roll for Baelan with disadvantage.
Why is it disadvantage? He
Armor.
Plate armor.
But he gets 10 extra as
He gets
well.
10 extra, yeah. Amir,
Yeah.
awesome. Gerlin, he's a pro.
Pro rogue.
Not 20, not 20. Not 1, not 1.
No,
Not
not
20.
20.
Not 20.
Three
So
not
that's
20.
6 successes already. So 2 fails, success, and 2 successes and a fail. So you're good. Everybody's good. 3 not 20s is pretty good.
I'm a tree.
Yeah, baby! I'm not hiding in the bush. I am the bush.
Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking with gash.
Cool.
With frenzy.
So much.
By the way, David, in fights, is there a way to not kill somebody?
No.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
do
Unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack and then you can
Yeah.
bonk them.
Yeah.
I think you can do it with magic too.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can declare that you want your attack to be non-lethal, and then you can attempt to make it non-lethal.
Okay.
So you have to roll for that?
Just want to cut his leg.
Right. That it happens.
Oh yeah, I can aim for the legs.
Just legs, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you guys begin to creep through the forest, the sort of sunlight that is sort of briefly illuminating the area begins to diminish and diminish and diminish, and you start hearing all these sort of sounds of the creatures. You guys creep along for what seems like quite a while as you sort of silently creep through the forest, sort of keeping tabs at one another, and as you sort of creep through.
We are not slowing down. My part.
To stealth, you would have to sort of slow down a little.
Oh yeah, but it's only for myself because it's my favorite terrain. You know.
For yourself, yeah, you're having no problems.
Yeah, but now yeah, it's just
You're having no problem sort of navigating. So you can sort of range out and sort of come back and stuff. But the thing that you're having is, in order for you to benefit from your thrust-out trace, you have to stay within the middle of the group.
Yeah, no, yeah. Because I was like, it's only a difficult terrain that don't slow my party down.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are having no problem getting through the bushes or anything with Gunnar's guidance. It takes about an hour and a half of travel here before, as the sun begins to set and turns into nighttime. Anybody who does not have dark vision is finding it hard to see right now. As you look through the canopy of the forest, and
I can if I want.
I was talking.
yeah. And all of
What's the dark?
all of the human NPCs also are having a hard time looking in the darkness. You guys are sort of traveling through here, and about an hour and a half of your travel, Amir sort of hushed voice says, "It is nearby." And sort of Baelan, who's following behind him, sort of stops. Baelan sort of puts up a hand, and the soldiers that are following behind you begin to sort of back off and disperse in different directions until you no longer see them in the canopy of the trees. And Baelan sort of turns. I hope you're ready for what comes next.
And he starts the summoning circle.
Don't worry about the dark. I'm gonna light the fire soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah, and maybe please fire before. I mean, fight.
it will depend on my initiative.
Oh shit.
Or should I let's take a break?
Let's take a break. Hey, it's David from the future. Hope you're enjoying the video. The whole party just take a break while we set up the combat, and then we start getting organized.
Oh, Baelan and Hamia, they are mean.
So you guys approach the forest from this area. This is the circle that is suspected to be summoning area. You guys rock up.
yeah, that's
You guys rock up behind Baelan and Amir around this area. So,
Baelan has fucking horns?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a bull head.
I know,
like
paying
helmet.
attention like every session.
That description, I was not here for that description.
Put a camera in his
Actually, it
head.
was just today as well.
it was like, yeah. like, every time you meet him for the last 2 years.
That's grandpa.
Put a camera on his head and he'll pay
And that's
attention.
Levin.
So,
Where you stabbing front line?
Yes, they're in front line.
so
And
yeah,
me-
so
yeah.
all of these circular squigglies are trees.
Okay.
These squigglies here are sort of thickets and rough areas. They are rough terrain if you're trying to get through them. This is the suspected area where the actual thing is. And all of you guys are sort of arranged here. With sort of Baelan here and Amir next to him, hiding behind this tree. So if you guys are not hiding behind a tree, you are not considered hidden.
My traits of favorite
Can I
terrain. that
Go a
should-
bit further. Like
No,
Go
Yes.
wherever you want.
And what is this?
That is
rough terrain, but
literally just described it.
but
This
No,
is
but is this
this
the
is a
thing?
thicket.
Thicket,
All
okay.
of these
And
rough
tree.
squiggly
Yeah.
areas
Thicket.
are thickets. You can
How-
use them as cover.
How tall is the figure? Yeah.
It's like around your ankles.
No.
Okay.
But it is
So-
difficult to move through. It's like a brush. It's like it can be
Yeah.
up to your ankles or it can be up to your knees. It's like a brush that is, if you're prone, you can hide behind it, but it is difficult terrain.
Okay.
But like with my favorite terrain as a forest, my party is not slowed
this-
down by difficult terrain.
Oh.
While traveling,
Oh, while traveling. okay.
not during combat. So,
Okay.
if you guys are not hiding behind a tree or a thicket, you guys are not considered hiding to any creature that can see
Okay.
through.
Baelan is here. I don't know. You choose.
Oh, where he was.
Baelan is here,
Okay.
and Amir
Can we go
is
further
next
close,
to him.
or are we just behind them?
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
This is a summoning circle.
I think. Yeah.
Just be bold.
Be bold.
Be brave. Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah. Of course you do.
In the tree.
Really
I'm the
easy.
tree. Do you want to try and climb a tree?
Oh, okay, I will go there.
Oh no, can I flank you?
Ah.
Want to?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. First one.
Literally ripped it out.
I'll be up there, so.
Oh,
I'll stick with the boys.
Readers, you
Yeah, I'll
stay
stick with
No, there's going to be the ritual. We have to wait until he gives a signal. So if we can't see him, then we're in danger of.
there? Yeah, Baelan is going first. He's giving the signal anyway. So.
Also, if anybody is discovered before the ritual
We
commences,
fuck.
there will be consequences.
You're sure you want to stay there? Because if they see you all the plan. is
The
bad.
ritual is gonna be there.
And you need to stay close to me to still be
I'm
stealthy.
31 in stealth.
But if she won't see
Well,
us.
No, but you need to be close
Don't
to me to
matter,
have your
game.
body.
Oh.
Yeah, go there maybe.
Okay.
Wherever you want to go, Slovenus, wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over there? Or do you want to go over there?
No, I want to keep my bonus in stealth. So.
Yeah, no, but, you know, like, Mitchell. You are Mitchell, you need to be in front of me.
Behind the tree.
Good show. Yeah. Go.
Sounds like you can just aim it.
Fire before.
Readers can ace you know, and just run.
We'll see, we'll see.
I
Turned
can,
out well.
I can see Baelan charging on and just Slevin running.
I can be next to him, so in the next behind the tree.
Maybe.
Hit myself.
No!
It nearly worked.
Yeah. Derlin is going to stay near Nico, wherever Nico is.
Then you're here, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
Okay, well.
behind here, maybe. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grand. You can find the bush.
Can I ready an action on that when he gives the signal?
Turn into a horse.
Turn into a giant seahorse. Just before that, actually, when I see him like wanting to give the signal, I'll just
so-
ready an action to do
We'll have
like a
time.
symbiotic
Yeah.
entity.
Okay, so that's grand. Is there vocal components to?
No, not symbiotic. No.
Okay.
Shinani has some vocal components, I think. Yeah.
Because
Shenanigans.
casting a spell or using a class action might reveal your position.
Okay.
Even if it's like it doesn't have any components.
It's really magical.
No audible.
I don't know. What does it say in your thing?
Nothing.
Somatic.
It does nothing.
It does nothing actually.
It says this shit does nothing.
You gain as an action you can expend the use of your wild shape feature making.
You gain the ability to channel magic into your spores. So there would be a channeling component to
Like a neon
A
sign.
little bit of a channeling.
your.
Anything linked to the wheel.
It says like
will
BS
like,
and.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then.
You can ready an action. You
storms.
just have to figure out a way that that would work.
Storm.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
So what's stopping you from casting it when you
Yes.
coming up to the?
Yes.
Maybe around
No
here or
worries.
here.
Under the trees.
On fight, create a zombie. Just create a zombie.
Oh yeah, I think this is maybe the best time to actually. These are all my charges. I have 3 charges of like
Baelan's like, one
fungal
sec.
zombie.
Yeah, wait a minute. You're the one that is the problem.
Before that, you use a free action to say, "Hey, Baelan, watch this!"
Or just wait
I
until
look him dead in the eyes.
or just wait until both of them are preoccupied, and I'm just like,
Just pop one out.
just pop out a few fungi boys.
They got
It's like, I don't know where they came from, guys.
Just start off.
I don't know where they
And they're
came
like bowing down to you. You know. Oh,
They
fuck.
call you dad, though.
They've never been doing this.
I've never seen them in my life. I don't know.
Okay, so you guys enter the sort of the forested area, and Amir sort of gives this signal. And you see the sort of the soldiers begin to disperse behind you, disappearing into the thickets and things sort of around. And Baelan says, "The soldiers will not be joining us. Amir fears mind trickery is at play. Their wills have not been tested against the enemies of the Morning Lord.
We're brave.
They shall be simply picking off stragglers as they leave."
Okay.
As he sort of goes down there, we wait for the enemy, and then when Amir gives the signal,
Wait, don't tell me.
What's it say?
the enemies of the Morning Lord shall meet their fate.
Yes.
They will.
Very good.
You guys hunker down in the various thickets and the brushes here, and the sounds of the forest become apparent as you sort of sit in silence
Oh yeah.
and await what may come. 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes of waiting.
In the session.
We all wait.
And you're sort of as you sort of hunch down behind in these cover sort of faces, you feel your muscles sort of tense, with the strain of sort of keeping this posture, this hidden sort of hiding this coverage that you're trying to maintain. The exertion of keeping these awkward positions, uncomfortable positions for an extended period of time sort of starts hitting your body. And doesn't take too long, as predicted by the mage, scribe mage of the Church of Everwinter, to the sort of the night sounds, the crickets, the owls, the regular sounds that you would imagine in the forest go completely silent. And as you one by one begin to realize that the sort of the ambience that was surrounding you, as the moon sort of begins to hover overhead, leaves you in your reverie of your own thoughts, you sort of look around and see who is next to you. There is a peeling of the forest canopy as stepping out of the forest, multiple footsteps of